Good morning, everyone. Yeah, very good morning. First of all, welcome to the Mercury Virtual. I hope you're fine, good. Okay, so let's begin with the session. In the last class, we have started with, or we have covered with the some topics of the part number 4, that is the data collection instruments. We have discussed what is the advantage of data collection instruments, why we use the data collection instrument. In the today's class, we will study what are the data collection instrument. That means why, who, advantages, everything is done. Now, what are the various categories or what are the various types of the data collection instrument? That is the today's topic. So this starts with the introduction, that is a project coordinator and the evaluators have an array of data collection instrument that is available to them, and after selecting the appropriate instrument that has requires thought and careful consideration. So there is a selection process that is also shaped by the number of decisions. So in the last class we discussed that is what is the introduction to this one, why we are using the data collection instrument, what is the main advantage of using the data collection instrument. So type of the evaluation that is considered, that needs assessment, that will determine to some extent what is the most appropriate data collection instrument that is available. What are the main strategies of data collection instrument, why we are using data collection instrument, that may includes the level of the instrument, level of the evaluation that been conducted, what are the various audience involved in this, what are the amount of resources involved in this, so what are the various ways by which we can collect the data, that's the data collection instrument. So likewise, the level of the evaluation being conducted, what is the level, that is the SEE level, ISO level, CASA level, what are the various audiences that is involved, what are the various amount of the resources that is available, that will also help to determine what data collection or which data collection instrument should be used. So which data collection instrument should be used, and every data collection instrument strategy has some comes with some strength and the weaknesses. That is, what are the various data collection instrument that is helps to determine what are the various phase by which it is used, how it is used, and when it is used. So that requires thoughts and the careful consideration for the data collection instrument that is available to them, that is available to us. As a person, we are also using the data collection instruments. That may includes the level of evaluation, amount, audience involved, that will determine or that will use with the strength and the weaknesses, that is the data collection instrument. The next is matching the data collection instrument to what is being assessed. So we are matching what is being assessed, why it's being assessed, and whom to it is being assessed. It is often the case that an evaluation who would want to address a degree to which the participants increase their level of understanding. What is the main criteria for level of understanding? Why we are using the level of understanding? What are the various particular set of the skills, or further consider their attitude on a topic? What are the various topics, that is we can say the skills or the attitude, that may includes assessing the knowledge gain, that may includes the appropriate for the documenting skills and the attitude development. And this chart or the following chart also provides some ideas of the appropriateness of using specific kinds of the data collection instrument to assess the knowledge, skills, attitude, and the behavior. That is, what is the behavior, what is the skill, what is the attitude, and what is the knowledge that is used for the data collection instrument. What is being assessed over here? What are their logical errors? What are their physical errors? What are their knowledge-based attitudes and the behaviors? Then next we have discussed about the matching the data collection instrument. That is, what are the various data collection instrument, how we can match them, what are the various strategies for the matching the data collection instrument, and how we are assessing data collection instrument. So that is often the case that an evaluation would want to address the degree to which the participants increase their level of the understanding, develop a particular set of the skills, or further increase or consider their attitude on a topic. And some data collection instruments are particularly adept at assessing knowledge gain. Others are appropriate for documenting the skills or attitude development. Whatever the skills, whatever the development that is used with the skill development, that is used with documenting the skills or the attitude development. And this is a chart that provides some ideas of the appropriateness of using a specific kind of the data collection instrument to assess the knowledge, attitude, skills, and the behavior. So let's see what are the various, let's see the chart, that is what are the various data collection instrument that is being assessed. So first is the interview, that includes the knowledge, attitude, and the behavior. Then focus group, knowledge, and the attitude. So this is the collection, this is the, we can say, the matching that we have discussed already. That is how we can match, or what are the various strategies that is used for discussing various strategies that is being assessed. The next is validity and the reliability of the evaluation instrument. What is the validity? What is the reliability of the evaluation instrument? How it is gathered? When it is taken out for the evaluation instrument. So before you begin to collect the data for your project evaluations, make sure that the instruments or the tools you plan to use have been validated. Whatever the tools, whatever the planning out criteria that is used have been validated. And anytime you develop the instrument to collect the data, whether it is for a need assessment, a process, or an outcome evaluation, you should take the steps to ensure that the instruments are valid and reliable. So make sure that the instruments are valid, reliable, and that there are two factors that also taken into consideration or should be taken into consideration when validating your evaluation criteria instrument, that are the validity and the reliability. So that is two criteria must be taken out. Now, what are the two criteria? That it is the validity and the reliability. And the validity is the extent. That means how it is measured to propose, what is proposed to measure. So that is to a degree how it measures. So to the extent, that is how much it will measure. Then validity is also done by the number of the experts when there are multiple questions that are put up. And the reliability of an instrument is the extent to which it yields the consistent responses every time. So reliability means extent to yields, or extent to which it yields the consistent responses. What are the various consistent responses that is used in the available data? That is the reliability. And validity means various question that is put up by the team, that is put up by the experts. So one is the validity, one is the reliability. And one of the easier ways to measure the reliability and the validity of your evaluation instrument is through field or the pilot testing. We are doing the pilot testing, we are doing the field testing. That means trying out your instrument under the condition that is similar to those we expect to have for the evaluation. Therefore, conduct the field test. So whatever the field test, whatever the representatives, whatever the likelihood to participate in the actual project, that is used with the sample test, that is used with the validity and the reliability. And field test also answers the question whether the questionnaire also provided with the multiple questions, whether there is evaluation question that is used, are the multiple interviewers collecting the information in the same way, how consistent is the information obtained with the questionnaire, how accurate is the information obtained with the observation rubric. What is a rubric, how it is obtained, and when it is obtained. While these are probably the simplest ways to validate your instrument, there are a number of other informative techniques that is also used that you can establish to ensure about the reliability and the validity. However, this also requires the use of a statistical method that is used, and in many cases it is best to work with someone with expertise. So it is better to work with someone for the expertise in the statistical analysis for the education projects when determining the validity and the reliability. So that means everything is much sure about the data gathering. Whatever the instrument that we are taken out, that is the reliable and the valid. For example, yeah, these are the two main criteria. One is the validity, one is the reliability. Valid and the reliable. The approach you choose will depend on the expertise of the evaluation team, data collection methods, longevity of the project, and particularly in terms of the time and the resources expended. Whatever the time, whatever the resources that is expended over here. The next is a mixed method. One is the reliability and the validity. The next is a mixed method in evaluation that refers to the practice of using some combination of both quantitative and the qualitative data gathering. So this is a practice that includes both the quality wise as well as the quantity wise. Everything is means combination, means mixed. That is a combination of the qualitative and the quantitative data gathering. And quantitative methods also allows us to count events or the number of participants, determine the cost or the participant, perform the statistical analysis that includes a mean, median, mode, standard deviations, and complete other calculations also. That is a quantitative. We work on the quantities, we work on the discrete data, we work on the continuous data, we work on the individual data. And quantitative is also, these methods are also used to generalize the findings. Generalize the finding in the sense what are the various findings that is respond to the actual respondent to the relevant population. The next is the qualitative method that allows us to record explanations, perceptions, and description of the experiences. What are the various explanations, what are the various perceptions, and what are the various descriptions of the experiences, often in the participants' own words. Everything is available in the participants' own words, and the qualitative methods also allows us to create the narratives that provides an in-depth view. What is an in-depth view that is taken out and the more complete understanding of the context of the evaluation. What is the main context of the evaluation, how it works, what is the in-depth view, and what is a more clear understanding of the context in the evaluation. And when we talk about the small number of individuals that participate in a qualitative evaluation, so consequently, the result of this small number of participants cannot be generalized to the population. It cannot be generalized to the population. It cannot be used as a small number of participants. And each instrument has its own strength and the weaknesses. That means every instrument, each and every instrument has some strength and the weaknesses. And when we talk about the quantitative methods, so the qualitative methods in isolation limit, which can be learned from the evaluation, what can be recorded, what can be reported and what can be recommended. Everything, every instrument, some weaknesses, strength that is used with the quantitative data, that is used with the qualitative data. But when we talk about the comparison, we cannot compare about the quantitative and the qualitative because everything or both of these are very good and both of these things are required for the evaluation work. Why? Because these terms are available. So that is used with the available data, that is used with the minimized data, that is strategies, tools with the use with the mixed methods. And whatever the result that is coming out from one of the methods, data collection that can be triangulated, that can also provide the greater reliability, that also provide an enhanced understanding. And the survey of the participants or the survey of the, we can say the group of the people also provides a great deal of information about what services are required or more desired or the least desired. That means what is more required, what are less required for the data. Then interview for a small number of the participants that also provides an in-depth information that also concern why these services are most desired, and importantly what characteristics make some particular types of service most desired. What are the various characteristics that is desired for the we can say the in-depth information. Now let's talk about the types of data collection instrument, that is what are the various ways by which we can collect the data, that is the types of the data collection instrument. So following table summarizes the purposes, advantages, challenges of using the different data collection instruments. This table summarizes each and every data collection instrument that is used, that is available for the data collection projects. Remember that since data gathering instruments are developed for a specific purpose and project, they rarely represents a pure form. For example, when we talk about the survey or the interview, that includes the test items, because sorry, because when we talk about the interview or the surveys, that includes what are the various test items, how we can judge, how we can test. And a case study often incorporates observations, document review, and in-depth interviews. Then this appendix A, that is after this one, that contains a detailed fact sheet for each of the 9 data collection instruments that is used within the appendix. Then uses, benefits, limitations of various data collection instruments. First is the interviews. So the fully understand someone's experiences or the impression or the experiences or learn more about their answers to the questionnaire. So what are the various questionnaires that is used? What are the various strategies that is available for the questionnaires? Now, what is the advantage of using the interviews, or what are the various advantages? Now let's see what are the various advantages or what are the main purpose of the interview. So the fully understand someone's impression or experience or learn about their answer to questionnaires. That means whatever the questionnaire, that is fully understand someone's impression or experience, that is the interview, that is the main purpose, or learn more about their answers to the questionnaire. So whatever the questionnaire that they are prepared, so interview is one of the best technique to judge someone, to fully understand someone's impression or experiences. What are the various advantages of the interviews? So that provide the full range and the depth of the information. So interviews provides full range and the depth of the information. Secondly, it develops a relationship with the respondent. What is the main relationship with the respondent? Then next is allows for the follow-up questions. What is the main follow-up question that is used? So this allows for the follow-up question, that is the interviews. So first is provide the full range and the depth of the information. Then develop the relationship with the respondents. Why there is a relationship? So relationship in the sense that may be a positive relationship. Yeah, this is a positive relationship. That is a face-to-face, or we can say the personal relationship. Then allows for the follow-up questions. Then what are the various challenges? What are the various, we can say the drawbacks, we can say limitations with the interviews? It can take much more time. So it can take more time when we use the interviews. So it can take more time or much time when we take an as the interview. Can be hard to analyze, because if someone has gone, so it is difficult to analyze. It is very difficult or hard to analyze the things and compare when the person or the candidates have gone. If the person is available, that is okay, but the person is not available and the photograph is not also available, so it is very difficult or hard to analyze and compare. And it is very costly also, because for conducting an interview you have to set up each and everything, as well as cost bearing the interviewers, what is the cost that is given to the interviewers, everything. That is very hard to analyze and compare, and costly also. And interviewers can bias the responses. If he or she have some relationship with someone or the interview, so he or she may be biased in some cases. Then generalization is limited. Generalization in the sense there is no general category, there is no general criteria for this one. That is very limited. Everyone is biased over there. So that is a one technique, one data collection instrument, that is interviews. Second one is focus group. What is the focus group? How it is used? What is the main purpose? What are the advantages? What are the various challenges for the focus group? So what is the main purpose? To explore a topic in depth through GDs. So we are taking in a group discussion, so that if we can take, or anyone can take thoughts of each and every person through a group discussion. Example about the reactions to an audience or suggestions, understanding common complaints, useful in the evaluation and the marketing. So it is very useful in the evaluation and the marketing, expression, experiences, or understanding the common complaints. And this is also useful in the evaluation and the marketing. That is the focus group. So this also explore a topic in the depth to GD, because everyone have a different thought. So if I am taking out the thoughts from a different person, every thought is mixing up, mixing up, mixing up. So to explore a topic in depth through the group discussion, example about the reactions to an experience or suggestions, understanding common complaints, useful in the evaluation and the marketing. Then what are the various advantages of using the focus group? First one is quickly and reliably obtain common responses. So quickly and reliably, what are the various common responses? What are the various common ways by which it is using up? So there's a quickly and reliably obtain the common impressions, then can be very effective to gather the range and the depth of information in the short time. As I said, there are multiple thoughts for multiple persons. So it is very efficient way, that is the focus group is a very efficient way to gather the range and depth of the information in short time. Then can convey the key information about the project. What is the key information about the project? How it deals or how it ways to work with the focus group. Now, what are the various challenges that is used with the focus group? What are the various drawbacks, challenges? So first is, can be hard to analyze responses. It is very difficult to hard to analyze the responses. Then needs a good moderator to steer the discussion and provides a closure. So it is also provides or needs a good moderator to clean up or to moderate, to test the discussion, and also provides a closer with this one. Then difficult to schedule 6 to 8 persons together, because it is very hodgepodge. Sometimes arguments are also there, because everyone have a different opinion. So if the arguments are also there, it is very difficult to schedule 6 to 8 persons together, because everyone have a different thought. As I said, there's an advantage that every thought is available with us, but there's a disadvantage also, that is disputes, because anyone thought cannot be focusing on the anyone's. So there's a strong individuals may influence other responses also. So one is the interviews, the next one is the focus group, the next one is the questionnaires and the surveys. We are done with the interviews, we are done with the focus groups. Next one is questionnaires and the surveys. Now, what is the main purpose of the questionnaire and the survey? To quickly or easily obtain a lot of information from people in a non-threatening way. So we can easily get the information in non-threatening way. There is no threatening, everything is in written form. That is a questionnaires and the survey. So to quickly or easily obtain a lot of information from the people in a non-threatening way. Now, what are the various advantages? First advantage is that it can complete anonymously. So it can work very well. Output is okay, everything is okay. So it can complete anonymously. Then it is very inexpensive to administer, because one time we have prepared the questionnaire, then you take the printout, you take the photocopy of this one, xerox of everything. That is very inexpensive to use. Then easy to compare and analyze. It is very easy to compare and analyze the things, analyze the material, that is the questionnaires. Then can administer to many people. So can administer in the sense, what are the various administrative techniques that is used with the many people. So can administer to many people, many persons. So it can, one questionnaire can be distributed to more than one person. So it can administer to more than one person to many people. Then can obtain lots of data. So it can obtain lots of data, because everything that is published in the questions, that is published in the form in the questionnaire, so it can obtain the lots of data. Then many sample questionnaires already exist. So there are so many questionnaires that is already available, that is already exist. So we have to judge, we have to take out the help from that questionnaires also. So many sample questionnaires already exist. Then what are the various challenges in this one? What are the various challenges for the questionnaires and the surveys? So first challenge is that might not get careful feedback, because if someone don't know how to write, or we can say how to give the correct answer, he or she may give the very hodgepodge answer that cannot be understandable by the concerned person who is reading out the questionnaire. It is very difficult for that situation, in that situation. Then wordings can bias a client responses. Someone have a different wordings, someone has a different word. So this can also bias a client responses, whatever the client response that have. Then impersonal. This is not personal level, that is impersonal. Everything is written form, so that is very disadvantage here, impersonal. Then in surveys may need sampling and statistical expertise. So in surveys that also needs the sampling and the statistical expertise that is used with the survey, that is used with the statistical analysis. Then does not yield full story. So that does not yield the full story, because whatever we have, that is not yielding out the good story, that is not yielding out the full story. The next one is observation. So we have done with the questionnaire, surveys. Next one is observations. This topic I'm going to take out in the next class, that is in the Monday's class. So that is available in the Monday's class. That is observations. How we can observe, or what is the advantage of using the data collection instrument as an observation, what is the main criteria by which it will happen, that is the observation. So we have done with the interviews, we have done with the questionnaire, we have done with the data collection instruments. Interview have some advantages, some challenges. Questionnaire some advantages, some challenges. Surveys have some advantages, some challenges. Next is the observation of the questionnaire that I'm going to take within the next class, that is the tomorrow, or in the Monday's class. Tomorrow is a Saturday, Sunday, Saturday and then Sunday, so that is a weekend. So I'm going to take within the Monday's class. That is the observations. All right. So till now, any doubts, anyone in this, in the assignment, any module, any clarification that you want? Yeah, there are some clarification that is coming in via the email, so that is okay, but please, it's my advice to complete the assignment, so that you get the degree, you get the diploma from the Mercury Solutions, from the Pearsons. So please, please, please focus on the assignments. So any questions, any query, anyone? All right, we will meet on Monday.